or the podcast. And there we go. I say it and it happens. That is a cool thing on a Monday morning. Don't you love it when you wake up on a Monday and kind of the puzzle pieces at least attempt to fit, so you feel like, oh, I got hope for the rest of the day? Well, that's what we're here for. We're going to help you put the puzzles to your mindset puzzle piece set together to get you really successful for the week. Good morning, everyone. This is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Boss, aka Lady Canna, published author, tournament helper outer with two
Sistas. Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 4.0, and I'm feeling a little punchy this morning, but that's okay. In the tagline, I think I wrote, Janice needs a nap. Quite possibly, may happen, who knows, but so much to cover, so much to do, and mindset, always a priority. Obviously, we'd love to chat about it specifically on a Monday mindset, but really it's kind of the foundation for every day. And that's kind of why we started, even though, you know, the M and the M, mindset and Monday. But the important thing about mindset is not to let it overwhelm you. So what do I mean specifically by that? Well, we always do chat about mindset and how that impacts our overall wellness, our transformation, whatever our goals are, whatever we want to accomplish, but don't try to force it. If you're feeling like, if you set intentions for yourself, hey, I'm going to listen to a mindset podcast, whatever it may be, do it in a way that enhances what you're already doing, which maybe you don't realize what you're doing.
That is true. And I think when we talk about mindset, a lot of times it's overlooked. And I think people just, okay, I'm going to plunge through it. And they don't realize that there's an inner piece to ourselves that thrive off of gravitating to things that make us feel positive, make us feel good. So for some people, you might say, oh, I love going to the beach. I love hearing the waves. Well, I'm not really sure anyone that doesn't like that, other than, maybe the sand. Some people are like a little kooky about the sand. However, water, the sound of waves is a very tranquil feeling that just kind of really takes your muscles and that energy within your soul and just puts it in a very calming space. And when you're calm, you find that whatever life is throwing at you, you can handle better. The other piece to mindset is there's good mindset and there's not good mindset. And a lot of people, when you're talking about mindset, it's always about positivity, blah, 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 and it's got to be a good thing. The problem with that is some people gravitate towards things, whether it's physical things, whether it's social media things, whether it's bad habits that infiltrate what's going on in the mind. So now you're attracting into an area that is not going to give you tranquility, is not going to give you a positive, passionate peace within your soul. So that's what happens, and then that's when you feel that anxiety coming up. Maybe all of a sudden you get a little bitchy, you get a little cranky, you get very defensive. It's another mechanism of a bad mindset when you feel like you are being misunderstood. And instead of being postured and taking a step back, you're in there for the punch, you're in there for the fight. Now that does not mean that there are things that need your attention that require that kind of mindset, that require that kind of push, that require that and actually demand that posture where you have that right to take a stand on whatever it may believe your belief is or whatever you're communicating about. But what people don't realize are things that impact your wellness and your mindset without you knowing, and it's unintentionally infiltrating your brain. So what could those be? Getting too involved with social media, like looking for the negativity or arguing with people behind a keyboard. Some, it could be game playing. A lot of people get involved with a lot of the video games and whatnot. There's a lot of subliminal anger and violence, which creates that tension. So again, it's subliminal. You may not think of, oh, I just like this game and I'm playing, but you don't realize the impact in the subliminal way that it is impacting your brainwaves and your mindset. It could be sometimes people like different subject matters regarding movies. That can also impact your mindset. So if you are one that really likes the gore, the violence, well, guess what? Even though you might find that entertaining, and Jerry Seinfeld just jumped off the couch. What are you doing, Jerry? My cat. What you don't realize with, say, a violent movie, if you watch them often, and this is not saying you can't partake and you can't watch these things or whatever, but if you find yourself, that's all you're watching, it's going to impact your mindset. You're going to find that you may be short with people. An aggressive personality piece of you kind of starts to come out. You're not happy. You tend to cut people off quickly. And that transcends to driving. How many times you talk about road rage? All those things are pieces of what your mind is telling you. So when we talk about positive Monday mindset, it is not just trying to get your brain into that calming matter. It's changing your daily habits to set up for success for a healthy mindset. Don't you think, Jan?
Yes, absolutely. Part of that too is establishing what is authentic to you. And that may sound a little woo-woo. For instance, I know, I follow Andy Frisella, Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
They're all very successful for a very specific reason. And they are engaging. They, get their different crowds going when you see them at a different event. Well, that's something that they work very hard at. That specifically works for them. Now, I take a little bit from each of them because that's who I am. That's kind of how my mindset works. I can take in what they're saying and I can implement certain things, but certain things I may say to myself, well, maybe I'll hold off on that one piece, but these other pieces of it, yeah, that's something I can implement in my daily life. And that's why one of the reasons, excuse me, I'm so excited about starting 75 Hard again is just because I like that structure. I am more of a structured person. I have the app. I also, wrote it on my wall. I don't know if you can see this. Did I show this the other day? I don't know if I showed it.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing that. No, that looks awesome.
So that's my 75 Hard board. And I'm visual. So not only do I have the app, but I have the visual. So with my mindset and getting ready for this challenge, it really, excuse me, it makes me feel comfortable with what I'm about to partake.
Exactly. Good morning. Give a shout out. I know Sandy Kern is on with us, joining us this morning.
Hey, Sandy.
And I said, your question with my fat fingers, Sandy, I wrote Sabdi instead of Sandy at first, but I did correct it. Whatever. I got fat fingers. That's what I'm working on my Monday mindset. My fat fingers. No, I'm not. But I love the fact that you take pieces. And I think that's the key piece to mindset as well. Find what works for you. You can listen to different people and get bits and pieces of what they have and implement what works for you, because what works for one person is not going to work for another. And the point being is we're all different. We all look different. Our insights are different. Our mindset is different. Because just imagine if we were all exactly alike and like the same things, it would be one boring world. Don't you think?
Oh my gosh, yes. And like you would say to me, and I say this with all due love and respect, don't quit your day job.
I know that. That's why I did only a short little piece. I am such a good shower singer with my little scrub brush, and I'm good as a backup singer when there's music and somebody that actually sings on key. I'm pretty good then, but I need that person that's really singing on key because I don't, not that I wouldn't say that I'm tone deaf, especially in the morning. It's not a good time for me to sing. That's why I only did a little blurb.
And we all know that when we sing with Sal and Ralph, that I know for a fact that they turn my mic off, just saying. And you know what? I don't blame them.
I hope they're not turning our, that, okay, now we're going to go into like, a sidebar of Monday Mindset, because that's what we do. How many times, I crack up over that, you go to a bar or you go to a party and they're doing karaoke or whatnot. And you have that one person that really is so talented, right? They're on key, they got that stage presence. And I always say, oh my God, what do you think you're on Star Search? Is it kind of a joke? And Star Search, if those of you who don't know what Star Search is, you'll have to kind of Google it. It's kind of one of those things like an Ed Sullivan moment. But anywho, I absolutely love when someone is off key. And a lot of people say, well, why would you? Oh, you're saying that because you sing off key. No, I love it because they're pouring their heart out, number one. They're taking that chance. They know they're not very good. And that kind of adds to the variety and the fun of karaoke. I don't want to listen. Like if I want to hear somebody sing really, really good, I'll go to a concert. I love to see the flexibility of those getting up there. They're kind of awkward, not really sure about the stage presence. Or you get somebody that has that stage presence and they're jamming and they're air guitaring it and they're singing their heart out and they're off key, but they're rocking it. They're having a great time. That is someone that is so positive. And they're like, I'm going out and I'm having fun. And I think that's what adds to the variety and the fun of karaoke is watching people, put themselves out there and having a good time.
Yes, because having a good time, whatever that activity may be, just kind of like lights your fire. Come on. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to get into that because it's like I'm a terrible singer and I know everybody knows that.
Oh, just belt it. And another shout out and good morning to our cousin Michael Valenti is on with us this morning.
Mikey.
Good morning, Mikey. Hope you are doing good. And hopefully he might be coming for a visit soon. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. We would love to host Mikey here in Vero Beach. But let's go back to the weekend because again, we every day we have something that really catapults us right into the weekend. So how was your, what was trending? What were you doing? What were you trying to remember? What was your mindset? And how was your fantabulous? How did all that rope into this past weekend for you?
Oh, it was absolutely amazing because Saturday we had just absolutely beautiful sunny weather here in North Haven, Connecticut.
I heard.
And yes, and I did have a lot of computer work to do, but it wasn't something that I have to get this done today. I'm like, I'm going out and getting some fresh air, sitting in the sun, getting that vitamin D, just enjoying the fresh air. And one thing that always excites me about the spring is when you take a walk around the circle, and obviously you see things just starting to bloom again. And I get so excited by that. And we were walking in that night and by the door, some kind of flower, or whatever it is, but just starting to pop up. You can see the greens and I'm like, spring, yes, it's here. So that was really exciting. Yesterday was doom and gloom, cold, rainy, blah, blah, blah. Still got a lot done. I had to pack for Gary. And that's always interesting.
I know. Well, it's so funny. I also had a very, very busy weekend. I kind of went into the weekend helping out with a pickleball tournament. And everyone knows I talk about pickleball all the time. I love my pickleball. So that was interesting because being a person that wasn't an event producer on the cheerleading stage and really kind of utilizing my sources, what I would normally think about how to run an event, I was critiquing quite a bit. I'm not going to lie. And so I see rooms for improvement for our local club, and I hope that a lot of those things are implemented. And really came back, packed my bag, headed to Daytona for a very, very short, quick trip for the Winner's Choice Award, which is run by Robin Coe. So shout out to the whole organization. I love helping them out run events. And, you know, she is very innovative, very creative, and actually has a patent pending product. It is a virtual event. And this thought process really came way before the virus. So she was already thinking on that scale, because with the all-star cheerleading world as a whole, it's an expensive sport. So how can you let teams compete with teams that are across the country without the expense, meaning the travel expense, and giving them variety instead of being, you know, always going to the same local tournaments, competing against the same local gyms. And it's a great concept, but the work behind the scenes of producing a live event versus a live virtual event is very interesting. So this is the second event that I've helped her out with. And, you know, it just gets better and better each time. You know, you always have those little glitches that you kind of have to work out. But we had a great crew. We had two great MCs with just those rich, you know, exciting voices. We had great sets, great area for the judges. So it's always fun doing something that you love, but actually participating. And I absolutely love cheerleading. So it's great to see all those teams. So congratulations to all the teams that competed. And I'm so excited about the next event. So it's like, you know, all what I went through last week really prepared me for a very busy week, and then got up early yesterday morning. Actually saw the sunrise. You know, it's a working event. So even though we're right in Daytona and we're right on the beach, like we worked the entire time. And, you know, to come out and, you know, you could see, you know, the sun just about to come up, in addition to seeing the beautiful, gorgeous full moon. Dropped off a judge at the airport, and I was on the road at 7 a.m. Got back to Vero Beach a little bit before 9, dropped the bag off, kind of recharged myself, got caught up with Johnny, and then off to a very great area of Vero Beach, which is called Wasabo Beach area. And I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but it's the river side of the ocean. So you got the ocean and the river side, and especially in the afternoon, the dolphins, they're there, and you're up close and personal with all these dolphins. And a lot of people will kayak in that area. Great cookout area. So we had a cookout with a bunch of friends, and it really just kind of tied up the whole weekend to, you know, which was so busy working and, you know, obviously being on point of what we're doing. And all of a sudden, you know, okay, we got that downtime to relax. So it was a great afternoon and great to see nature at its best. It really just kind of vibrates you into something exciting, because a lot of times when you go see dolphins, right, you're either on a paid boat or you're doing some sort of show. So to be just sitting there and there comes another dolphin, it was so cool. And then to see the birds and the ducks, it was such and we had excellent ribs. So shout out to Roy and Yvette for cooking amazing ribs. And everyone got together, brought kind of the loaves and the fishes of a Sunday. Everyone brought, you know, a side dish or whatever. So it was great. It was relaxing. Of course, now we're getting ready for a very busy week, because Johnny's on his way to the airport to pick up a special guy. So I'm sure it's going to be kind of a kooky week, but I like kooky.
Well, kooky is sometimes good. Obviously, it's going to be jam-packed for me, holding the fort down.
Oh, yeah.
Dealing with the 3 little ones and the chirping bird in the background. Shutty. Oh my God, that bird drives me nuts.
Shout out to Eileenie. Leenie's on. Good morning, Leenie. How are you today?
Hey, Leenie.
I saw a great picture of her and Joe. They were out and about, and it was good to see a nice picture of them.
Awesome. Yeah, Eileen, I'll call you later. Yeah, today, well, this week is going to be busy for me. Obviously, a lot going on with taking care of the children here, and so many different projects going on. I'm very, very excited about. Nothing excites me more than a really good project.
Oh, absolutely. We've got one big project going on this week. And I'm actually I actually should have taken a picture of when my closet collapsed. If you could have saw the floor, it's pretty bad. Now it's totally emptied out. So I'm going to obviously document the recreation of the closet this week. And I'm pretty excited. Tina actually gave me a suggestion to get a full length mirror. So I'm going to go get one of those for the guys to put up inside. I think I've got a little space for it. So, I love a transformation. You have right now, the closet is a blank canvas, kind of like our minds. Our minds are a blank canvas, and we have to envision how we're going to enrich our mood. And sometimes it just doesn't happen. We got to make it happen. So that's when we talk about surrounding yourself with positivity and really kind of rubbing elbows with those that make you feel good, that, get that passion spark going, get that creativity spark going. That is how you work. Mindset just doesn't happen, guys. And if you think of anybody that's a professional motivational speaker, you know that they do a lot of work to make sure that they're creating that vibe all around them. So are you going to be creating your vibe today? What are you going to surround yourself this Monday to set that mindset that's going to carry you all through the week into those different challenges that are going to happen? You can't avoid what's going on in the world. You can't avoid what's going to be thrown at you, but are you prepared? And another way to get prepared, you got to be organized. So it's not just the physical being that needs to be organized. Your mind has to be organized with positivity. And with that, we wish everyone a great, great Monday. Again, go out there and do something great. It could be small. It doesn't have to be this huge thing, just something great. Hey, go plant a flower, build up nature, go help a neighbor out. Put yourself out there and set yourself up for a great mindset. This is Carol Sue, AKA Naughty Boss, Lady Canna, published author. Passing it over to
TwoSistas. Hey, good morning again, everyone. My name is Janice, AKA Wellness Diva. And Sandy says positive vibes. Sandy, you are so correct. Sending you all positive vibes. Remember, mindset is something that you can entail to everything that you do throughout the day. Make it natural, make it a natural progression. Hey, everyone, we will see you tomorrow for Triumph Tuesday, but we'll be on later at 12 p.m. I had to think about that time for just a moment.
That's true, because we have a guest speaker on, so I'm excited about that. So,
yeah.
And the cool thing about our podcast, you can catch us on, look, we're on 12 different podcast channels. We are on YouTube. So, gosh, if you can't watch us live, no worries. Go back and watch us, hit replay. You never know what time TwoSistas is going to pop up.
That's that poppin'. Have a great one.